Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Bug Warrior. In this episode I will show you why you need to complete all strongholds if you're planning on running Escalation Sigils. As you know, Escalation Sigils are important to farm in Season 13, mainly because of Astaroth. Astaroth has some of the best loot tables, aside from the powerful uniques that only drop from him, or the high chances of finding mythics by defeating him. The Escalation Sigils are also a great source to get pretty much everything. However, this great grind can come to an end due to Unconquered Strongholds. When you open an Escalation Sigil, you need to complete 3 tiers before entering Astaroth's lair. The problem when completing an Escalation Sigil tier is that you don't know where the next one will take you. If you have bad luck and it turns out that the next dungeon was inside an Unconquered Stronghold, well, the game will teleport you immediately to the entrance of that stronghold. The problem is that even if you complete the stronghold, the Escalation Sigil will be gone. This becomes even worse if the next dungeon was a treasure breach or a mythic prankster dungeon. When running with a party, these Unconquered Strongholds can create all sort of problems. If the player that is hosting the party has an Unconquered dungeon and the next dungeon happens to be inside that Unconquered Stronghold, then the portal to the next dungeon won't appear, as it happened to us here. If you're at a party where everyone has conquered the stronghold except you, then you will be kicked out automatically from the party. The problem is that there is no notification. As you can see, both when running solo or with other players, this is the behavior. Supposedly Blizzard was going to fix this in the latest patch, but since they didn't, long story short, to avoid all these problems you need to complete all strongholds. I know that sometimes it's boring, and since time is so valuable in Diablo 4, we'd rather be doing something else, but eventually you will run Escalation Sigils, since it is an important part of the endgame, so we have no choice but to complete them. So there you have it. I wanted to quickly share this because I wasn't sure what was going on with the Escalation Sigils, but after being kicked out a lot, now we finally know. We reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.